All right, what's up, everyone? Um, I'm officially unemployed. I lost my job. My word to advice to any guys that work in an office is simply don't talk to women at your job, bro. And I don't mean this in like a hateful, negative way, like some of these people online. I mean, in terms of like big bro to little bro, you know, don't talk to women. Don't even bother in the workplace. I'm not me. I don't mean be all like super strict about it. Keep it work related, but don't talk to women at the job, bro. Um, I just got I just got fired. Um, and the so I had a lot of reports against me, and it's not necessarily what I said. Um, it's more so how they felt. All right, and this is the big issue. Um, you, I'm not here to invalidate anyone's emotions. Everyone's emotions are invalid. My bad. I totally butchered that. Everyone's emotions are valid, but right, if you're in a job, you can control what you say, but you can't control what anyone feels that way. And um for example, one person, this is all women related, yeah, and it's not like harassment or anything. One person mentioned that they went to the gym and stuff, and one day I asked about the gym, and I don't know what event. Essentially, I made them feel fat, and I got reported for that because I was asking stuff about like working out or whatever to like, because they mentioned they go to the gym and stuff with their boyfriend. They did softball, whatever, and I was just asking, making conversation, and essentially because I was asking about exercise, and I talked about how, yeah, it's summer, locking in, trying to get in that summer body essentially. I got reported for that because I made them feel fat, and the manager used the word weight, and I'm like, listen, you really think I'm gonna ask a woman about her age? Or I mean, I'm just saying though, like, I think everyone knows not to talk to a woman about her age or her weight. That's something everyone says, right? Well, I told her, like, listen, I didn't even talk about her weight. I told her, I know these facts about her. I was being considerate, I was just making conversation, talked about exercise, and the conversation about exercise made that person feel fat, and I got reported for that. Another one was, again, making conversation, right? Conversation about favorite food or whatnot, and I was told to guess what their favorite food is, and then made I guessed about their I picked the favorite food from their culture, right? And I got reported for like racism, stereotyping. Keep in mind, let's say I'm Dominican, right? And someone tells me to guess, and they say tostones or plátano. You think I'm gonna get heated and report them because they assumed because I'm Dominican, I like arroz con mango, and I'll get pissed off because of that? I wouldn't, but someone else will, and that's what happened. Except, um, you know, I told my manager, that's another one. This is a second strike. I told my manager, listen, if I was really stereotyping, this girl is like Caribbean Indian. If I was really trying to stereotype, I would have said something like curry or butter chicken or anything from mainland India, not something from the actual islands. Like they eat a lot of chow mein and stuff, and they eat what is it, like basa, roti, and shit like that. Um, Goat stew. But nope. Apparently, trying to be considerate, knowing the nuance is still stereotyping. And then, in my head, I'm like, bro, like, if I really meant harm, I would have just assumed you're a regular ass Indian. You know what I mean? So there's that. And also keep in mind, if I was asking questions like this, I didn't even know this person well. I only overheard, so I was being considerate. You know what I mean? but it is what it is. Like I guess, but you also have to think about nuance and context, right? Um, this didn't come from a place of harm, but hey, that's how my words were interpreted. The other one was another conversation, and they made a blanket statement. I see this one's a little like, whoa, spicy, but I made sure, bro. Like I made sure, but it didn't stop the. I made sure I was very careful. Um, they made a blanket statement about hormones having zero impact on a person's behavior, and I was simply listen. I even took a science standpoint. Hormones are literally a chemical messenger in the body. Like if even if you don't let's say if you don't even sleep good, you are going to be grouchy. Like hormones are a real thing. But instead of speaking with me, instead of asking me, they assumed, right? They took my words. This is a completely different person, right? Took my words maliciously, right? And assumed I was trying to invalidate someone from like the LGBT whatever. Oh my god! See, now I could get in trouble for that, right? The LGBT plus community, which is wild, right? I actually get along with LGBT plus people because I'm a creative person. I'm neurodivergent, and they understand me most compared to heterosexual people, right? Most heterosexual people are a little boxed in, but that's also a broad statement, and I admit that. But I don't mean that though. But essentially, they took my words maliciously, and instead of trying to like understand where I was coming from with the context of the conversation, just went on, got reported. Now, it's my fault though. It's my fault. Because this was also a conversation multiple people were having, but I still got reported because I deviated from the groupthink, right? Because all I said was you know, because someone made an outrageous blanket statement, and they all agreed with it. I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Makes no sense. It's kind of like, bro, like people lobbying for gambling, bro. Like, I know someone. Hell, I even called out their like straw man argument too. Um, and it's kind of like with gambling or cigarette ads. Like, yeah, just because you know someone that does that watches a lot of like gambling videos and they don't gamble, they're like the exception. For vast majority of people, if you watch gambling videos, you're influenced to gamble, right? I clarify, at the end of the day, you're your own person, and these are just messengers. You don't have to listen to the message. You still decide what you want to do with your life. You know what I mean? And I was really clear, but they heard one thing, and then you know how it is. Once someone decides something, it's like talking to a wall. So that's another strike. Another strike. Someone picked a fight with me, man. Someone picked a strike with me, and yes, someone picked a strike with me. Like they picked a fight with me, right? I asked how they were doing. This one wasn't a girl. I asked a guy how he was doing in the morning, and he said, "Yo, fuck off! Like, don't fucking talk to me." I was like, "Okay." Well, I got in trouble for that too. That became a strike for me. Why? Because I don't know, bro. Because I was the one that reported that, but I am the one that got in trouble. I mean, I got a strike, right? So there's that. And like, bro, like, so it is what it is, and it is what it is, right? Well, what can I do about that? And you know what they told me? You know what the people at my job told me? They said it's my fault. They said it's my fault for talking about unwork related stuff at work, and I wouldn't be in this mess if I didn't talk about things irrelevant to the job. All right, and to that, I stay shut because you're right. you're right. But guess what? You're stuck for hours next to somebody. You can't be on your phone. You can't do shit. You know, it's my fault. My fault. You know what I mean? My fault. Um, Sucks that people didn't talk to me, but it's also like, why were they? It is what it is, man. I met every single conversation with you know, nothing but positive things, and it was taken with lots of hostility. Um, I'm not really stressed about it because I mean, I guess I take responsibility for opening my mouth and talking about unrelated job related stuff, but it is what it is, man. Like, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. Um, yeah, like I try and get along with everyone. Like in my evaluation, yeah, I performed terrible in terms of like me and my coworkers, but then in terms of like the here's promise in terms of talking to people, I did great. Why? Because I smile all the time. I say hi. I talk to the visitors and whatnot. But I mean, what can you do, man? Like, and I'm not even gonna try and understand why. Like, some people just be deeply unhappy, and when you go into a place and you're smiling all the time, and just good vibes and just be yourself. Some of these people have been wearing masks all their lives, or they wear these masks as survival mechanisms. But then in the process, they've been wearing the mask so long that they lose themselves and they lose this sense of genuineness and carefreeness. And I mean, those same people also chat about me being like a child, because I mean, I got a yo-yo. I got this Ken, whatever this called. I got like a spinning pen. I got a fucking Rubik's cube, bro. Like, yeah, I need something to like keep me busy. Like I said, no phone or nothing, bro. I need to stem somehow, and and I'm happy and I'm smiling and I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? And hey, like, I'm the person that says, "Hey, good morning. How are you?" If I don't do it, no one's saying it. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Like the manager said and the HR said, it's my fault for talking about non-work related stuff. So it is what it is. I ain't stressing. I'm gonna go get my unemployment check. That's a good 6 months while I figure out what to do for a job, bro. Because yeah, like, my only advice is, yo, don't bother talking to girls at work, unless it's work related. Seriously. Um, no offense, because I know a guy probably wouldn't complain or wouldn't be bothered by stuff, but listen, you don't know how people are gonna interpret things. You know, the mind likes to play tricks. If people are looking for hostility, they will find it. I'm telling you, if people are looking for problems, you will always find a problem. If you think you are sick, you will find proof that you are sick. All right? If someone thinks you're trying to flirt with them, even a friendly smile or hello will, right? Even if someone thinks you are like a pervert or harasser, even a smile, hey, how you doing, will be harassment, bro. Like, seriously, like, oh, um I'm serious, man. Like, if your looks are not there and you smiling at someone and they go and they're having a bad day and you smile at them, bro, and you unattractive, you're getting reported, bro. You getting reported for what? For making them uncomfortable and unsettled. You could have been a nice pure smile, but you're still getting reported for a leering, perverted stare. You know what I mean? Like, you will get reported and they will say, hey, He looked me up and down at work, and I felt uncomfortable. And what can you do with that, man? What can you do with that? Like, what can you do, bro? Like, like if you just did a regular smile, and they say it felt like I was a piece of meat and he was a hungry lion. What can you do with that? I'm serious. Like, how do you resolve that? Like, yes, you smile. Like, if there's witnesses, did he smile? Yes. But did anyone actually stare enough or care enough to see how you smiled? No one gives a fuck. You're dead. I'm sorry. You are fucked. I'm sorry. Like, it's your fault for smiling. Sorry. You're fucked. You're fucked. That's just how it was interpreted. Sorry. So I would definitely say, like, especially with the type of content that's so divisive, and it's like men hating women content and women hating men content. I'm telling you, bro, like, or whatever. Um, shit, bro, like, stick to the job. Don't even smile. Don't even say hello, man. Um, no hard feelings to anybody. It's not like you're trying to be rude, but like, it is what it is, bro. Like, um, you can't do shit, bro. Emotions is like a trump card. It's a trump card. Your only fault is taking action when you should have taken non-action. All right. That's all I can really say. You know, no, be a rock. Be a rock in the workplace. Be furniture. Because even asking, like, them questions, regular ass questions, can be interpreted as evil, or like whatever they want to interpret that day. Because guess what? We are all feeling different each and every day, and all it takes is someone in a bad day, and just you interacting with them, they get associated with you get associated with those bad feelings, and then you're fucked, and then you're out of a job like me. So that's all it is. That's it. Peace.